So HIPANDA project. So actually everything started with a simple phone call from Joe-san, and so he was looking at my work because I do a few fashion brands from Europe and some luxury fashion brand, and he was curious to know what I can do as an interior, if I was interested. And when we met very quickly, I realized that we didn't talk about interior design. He talked about where the brand comes from, his interest, his passion and everything. And I realized that this was an amazing opportunity to create a new communication platform. Of course, interior design is part of it, maybe 30%. And there's so many other elements like a digital world and element in the store that we can create a new world for HIPANDA. And so when I start a new project, it's very important for me to see what I can challenge, what I can experiment, and how much support I will have from the client. Because sometimes beginnings say, exciting, exciting, but at the end they do conservative design. But with Joe-san and Amy, I mean, they are more and more, you know, the sky is the limit. They want to have how far we can go. So we present idea all the time, all the time, all the time. And that's very, very rare client, so to speak, you know. And so this the challenge is on the designer to find something impossible. And actually we are doing things impossible, will be ready just on time, you know, and that we're experimenting many, many things, as you can see today. So in recent years, I've been working with many luxury brands from Europe, from Asia, like Louis Vuitton, which I designed a very specific project, and Fendi, where we created worldwide branding with a new store that opened everywhere. Berluti also, which is very specific men's brand, very artistic brand. And more recently, like Moncler, where we opened a new store, and every time is a new experience because brands are based in Europe with strong identity. But it's very interesting because they have to expand worldwide and they have to create interest, whatever the culture, whatever the age of the customer. And my challenge is to find this connection with brands who have a strong history, but also have to connect to the present and especially to the future. And like recently also we work with Versace, which is a very strong brand, also very connected to the very young generation. And it's this gap, this tension create very interesting project. And also I'm very interested in technology. We designed a Sony showroom a few years ago. And as you see, HIPANDA project is a lot of technology into the project. It's not just having a few screen and a few computer graphic movie in the store. It's much more than that. And we arrive to an age where we have to put all this together into a very complex but very comprehensive design. And that's the challenge of today, to create store which actually connect everything from interior design, from beautiful architecture, beautiful project, technology, interactivity. And I think HIPANDA is a summary, a concentration, all those challenges. So when you have a project like this, it's a store design project. But actually, when you think about it, the space design is not the most important. We have to think about the time design. So that's why we always do like a storyboard. Okay. So I always imagine like advertising. When you see a Kokoku advertising on TV, like 15 seconds, what do you want to say? What's with strong images? What's message, impact, information you want to communicate with a customer, everybody? And especially this project, it's very challenging because I wanted to communicate with people which are customer, not necessarily interested in the character, because it's very strong character, but to find some element that maybe widen the audience. And that's why we make a storyboard with different sequences. And even before you enter the store, the story starts with things in motion. So for that we use new technology like AR, augmented reality, which we work with a great company to develop this. And so it's become like a parallel world. You have what you see and you have what you don't see. So the whole concept of the store is a ghost house. So it's a panda house, but you don't see him or her, you know. And we're using augmented reality, you discover, you look for who is living here, what's happening there, different story in the store. So it's like non-constant curiosity research of what's gonna happen, and that's why it's really fun. So, you know, it's I like to think that each project we have to start like a small revolution, and so Tokyo and Harajuku is an amazing place for that, because people are so curious and crazy of new things, and that's why it's a great idea to start this project in this location. But you know, revolution is created by customer, not us. We make the idea, but we want this to evolve and grow worldwide with a customer curiosity, and each image and each idea they can bring to us, their reaction, how they can share with friends and everything, the experience. And what's great about the experience, you have to go to the store, you have to go there to really see this happen. But we also create tools where people can bring this experience outside and share with their friends. So our challenge is to widen as wide as possible from Tokyo to the rest of the world.